Hello, this is Savage Games, and our members are Kimball Coffin, Michael Lucarelli, Jerry Roja, Corey Scholl, and myself, Sean Wenzel, and our game is Five Finger Discount. This infinite top-down defense game is about defending the helpless people from getting robbed. The player has the ability to switch between items to help defend the people, and also the game has multiple enemies in each level that the player has to memorize before each level in order to find them. If the thief robs the targeted person and escapes off the map, the player loses. There are many games like Five Finger Discount, but here are three of them. The first is Zelda. While both are top-down games, Zelda is an open world and ours is a closed world map. The second game is Top-Down Survival Sandbox. This game focuses on killing zombies for points, while ours is about defending other NPCs. The third game is Thief Town. This game, all the NPCs and players will look alike, but ours relies on color identification for enemies and also revolves around defending as well. Here's the basic controller mapping for the game. We have move with the joystick, we have the select item, put the down on the D-pad, the aim button for the weapons, defend, retrieve, the use the item, and the pause menu. Here is a basic menu before each level of the thieves, Thief 1, Thief 2, and Thief 3. Try to remember these. For this one, now we have a game with our player, our targeted gold NPCs, and a bunch of random enemies or just random people walking around. In this one, now the thief from that one I told you to remember has now stolen from the targeted NPC and is now going to try to run to safety. The intent of this T-rated game for Xbox One is to show thieves stealing from people in crowded places and how you must spot the unworthy thief. The game focuses on masked people and enemies, so you must be quick to react to save the people. The game has 5 main mechanics, and they are defend, win-lose, swap-replace, memorize, recall, and collect. And we are going to discuss each of these individually. The first is defend. As you can see in the first storyboard, the enemy is going towards the NPC, as of here. The player intercepts the NPC to try and stop him. Then here, the player is now touching the NPC, the enemy, and must press B to defend. Win-lose. The enemy is trying to rob the NPC, the gold one. Here, the enemy has now robbed the NPC, with the exclamation points above, and now the player has lost because he has not defended the NPC, and the enemy has left the playing field. Third one is swap replace. Here, the player is holding a smoke bomb. Player throws a smoke bomb, and now the player can press down to switch and press X to use. So now he has successfully swapped and replaced his item. Memorize recall. Before each level, there are 3 thieves that are showed with color identification. Here, the thieves have not yet entered the field. As we can see, there is no colors that match the color scheme. In this one, the player has now found the enemy that has showed up. The last one is collect. Now, as the player is trying to defend the NPC, the enemy has now stolen from the NPC. But the player must now collect the money back from the NPC because that is the collect mechanic. Now, from our first design to this design, the design has changed drastically. We are now defending the NPCs and not stealing from them. We're also we cannot resign from the game whatsoever, but now you can memorize and recall everything you see. We've taken out the resign mechanic and just added an actual lose condition. So if the enemy leaves, you lose, but your score will still be added. While the other game, when you lost everything. The other mechanic is defend. Now we're defending the NPCs, not stealing from them. So if we see an enemy now, we defend him. We have to actually stop that enemy from stealing from our player. And the way we do that is we have to memorize each enemy before each level, which makes the game a little harder and a little faster as well, because now enemies and NPCs are running in and out of the level, and you have to look and actually be more aware of what is going on. The game's a little more faster than previously, because now we're not having to stop and dodge. Although there was a timer, the game is still faster because you're having to look at 20 different objects instead of just 2 or 3. Now, thank y'all for looking at our game, and have a great day.